Greetings, gentlemen. I'm gonna give you a quick new idea of how to play Invoker. And with this item build, we are going for Witchblade early on, and we're going for Boots of Bearing, and we're also going for the BKB in the end to finish the game. And I want to go through this gameplay real quick and show you why I bought it, why especially in this game, and how you can play with it. And then I would love for you to experiment and see if it works for you, or if this is completely trash in your games. Maybe if you buy it for the same reasons I do, I think you're gonna see something positive as well. So if we look at the lineup, I wasn't even sure who was mid at the beginning. I think I thought Loon Druid was mid, or maybe Void, and that's why I bought the stick. Doesn't hurt. Either way, it doesn't hurt. But then it was Wind Ranger. So there we go. Laning stage, the really important thing in the first 10 minutes is that you don't feed, and this is something I experience over and over again. The main thing on Invoker is to get your levels. Like, once you get decent item timings and decent leveling timings around minute 15, then you're really strong. But before level, I don't know what, 10, 12, 13, you're pretty weak. So you want to make sure that you don't die over and over in the laning stage. And then my thought was just, okay, what do you buy here? So you can go for the traditional Midas and build it into TP boots and then maybe BKB. But what happens then is I get the BKB and the TP boots at minute, let's say 16, 17, 18, something like this. If you're really fast, maybe you're like dying once or twice in between, and then it's immediately minute 22. And minute 22, they're gonna, what do they are going to have? Like, they have a BKB on the Wind Ranger, so she kills me regardless of my BKB. Like, I just get initiated, I get run down by the ulti. They have a Void, so they're gonna kite me, and I'm not gonna finish my Hex until minute 27, or like even that's ambitious. They're gonna have a Lone Druid, so this guy completely nukes me. And once my BKB is used, I'm absolutely useless against their lane up, if I simply set on that timing. Like, imagine a scenario where I'm minute 30, I don't have my Hex, and I just use my BKB, I'm completely useless throughout everything, like I don't do anything in the game. So I was like, okay, we gotta switch that, like we cannot play like this. My opinion in this game is then, what alternatives do we have? Alternatives could be, you go for Witchblade, Power Threads, and some other items, maybe early Shivas or something like this. But I think Boots of Bearings here are amazing, because they give you high HP regen, and they give you the ability to move quick. So like, if you get slowed from, for example, Jakiro, or if you get stunned and they try to run you down, you can just move with the Boots of Bearing, and your HP regen is super high. And the next thing is that your attack speed, of course, increases to push buildings and delay their timing. Like, you can control areas faster than they do. So, of course, if you go for builds like this, you want to combo it with the Forge Spirit attack speed talent, and then you want to go for the Alacrity talent, and then the Quasvex, which I would, like the level 25 on the left side, I would always recommend that. So at the beginning, as you see, I buy still the Glove of Haste first, because it's really helpful for last hitting. And just in general, you try to aggro all the normal laning stuff you do anyways. And it doesn't really change anything. As you can see, I'm holding a skill point right now, because I'm not sure if this guy's gonna dive me, and maybe I need a point in max. But then I kind of realized, okay, he's not playing that aggressive, and I feel comfortable, I have a stick. And I communicated with my teammates that they should be ready for level 6. And they agreed, like, they gave me feedback that they can be ready with a TP. So I felt confident in them, and I didn't need to level the Vex here. So I got normal skill build, we contest the power rune, and that was a sneaky play, look at this. We contest the power rune, Wind Ranger didn't see it. I sent my Force Spirit up there, I let my Ogre take the rune, because I told him to come for the power rune. This is important. As a mid laner, in every single game, you should tell your support to come and help you at the minute 6 rune. This is very important. Just do it all the time, and then you're gonna realize when it's unnecessary. But people never do it, and they just miss out on a lot. So we took the invisibility, and I set my Force Spirit, and from Wind Ranger perspective, it looks like my Force Spirit denied the rune. Like, you don't know what it is. So immediately we make a move on him. My Sunstrike didn't fit perfectly, but it didn't matter. Didn't matter at all. Ice Wall is there, and we get a kill. That was a really sweet play, where like Wind Ranger really didn't see it coming because she didn't have a ward. She didn't saw it coming. English, difficult language, my friend. Alright, so we get level 7. Step by step, we get into it, and as you can see, because I've prepared that, I was telling them, like, keep an TP ready, they feel very, it's easy for them to TP in. It's easy for them to TP in and look at mid lane constantly, and that's what you want to have as an Invoker, I think. You want to have some sort of babysitting if possible, like some matchups you win, but Wind Ranger is just difficult. You can get run down if you get out CS and out traded. And now, same thing, like just gameplay wise, you just want to do the same things as Exords. You push whenever you can, you look for Sunstrike opportunities, and you try to bully them out of the lane. And have a lot of lane contact generally, so you get your level. As you can see, I bought the Chainmail first. Thought there again is if I get stunned and run down by Windranger. Windranger does very little damage, but in a lot of instances. So if you have a high armor, it actually helps you quite a bit to survive. And then I'm just like, okay, this guy wants to feed because he wants to get a rune. And then I'm just communicating, hey, I have Witchblade now. Now I could move together. I don't need to force it, but now there's a time where I could play. And then we're just like, sure, we can play. And then we go and play. And we find this guy, we kill him. And from now on, as any invoker should in my opinion, if you have the ability to, you should be sitting in this area and control it. Like just sit there and control it. Take the farm, like for example, you take those camps. And then the minute respawns, you don't feel safe, you block those 2 camps with your Forge Spirits, and then you farm the other ones and push out the wave. This way, the carry net worth substantially decreases. It's very important not to be AFK and not to take those camps. Or like, maybe you can take Ancients and combine it, but just to make sure not to annoy your carry. But in general, you should take the most dangerous farm that you're allowed to take. I block the wave so we can push easier. I set the Forge Spirit there just to create some pressure, just to create some mental pressure, and then we can play here. And as you can see with this item build, I can show you this fight real quick. So my team goes in. I snag a kill. I don't do much actually. I can snag another kill with a cold snap. We focus the bear, this is important. Sometimes you can focus the bear easier. And at this point I knew it's GG. Like at this point I knew it's so difficult for them to play. Look where my team goes. They say, okay, we want to play up there, but I'm like, no. Let's rather sit down here. I think I even communicated if you look at the minimap. Glings gets going on, and I'm like, it's weird to be mid lane, let's rather sit bottom. Yeah, this is what I tried to draw here and communicate. So I take those camps, I just farm them, and my goal is to keep the pressure on bottom, so they have to react and feel forced to walk up here, and then we kill them. Ogre's playing, he's a little bit deep. It's a little bit deep. If the lanes are not pushed equally, it's a little bit deep. But that's fine. I should have blocked this camp, as I said. I didn't. I missed that one. It's fine. TP to join for Sunstrike. I get Glimpse back, which is absolutely perfect. This is like the best scenario that could have happened. Because I want to play bottom. Like, I want to take away his farm. And then as you see, in this playstyle, like, look at that playstyle. Now I suddenly have some HP. I have health regen, like 19 health regen for free all the time basically, and I have armor and a stick and more stats. It's like difficult to kill me right now. And if I get Boots of Bearing, it's almost, or like they really have to commit heavily, and my impact is really big, I feel like. I just pressure their side of the wave, Klings is completely free farming, that's just the thing I do. And then yeah, we just finish the item. And we chill a little bit. We push bottom. I see Jakiro coming up, so I just sent the Force Spirits to farm this because I don't feel comfortable enough. But then we go back to the lane, I think, and we just continuously put pressure on that, and we can be active with Sunstrike. I communicated that I don't have a TP, that's why I used the Meteor as well. I think this is a mistake, I should have a TP ready just to have the option if they dive. But if you don't, you just push as hard as you can, you press the Boots of Bearing the first time, and look at the tower. Holy smacks. That tower is basically gone. And so the very first opportunity, basically, I got the Boots of Bearing, and they made a mistake or fought somewhere else. The tower is gone. Suddenly, we take the outpost. As you can see, I use the Forge Spirit to gain vision, so I don't get gone on. They try to deward, but I can use the Forge Spirit to deward as well. And just look, I just chase them away. I check for more wards, we get more wards, and then instantly I sit back bottom. Just push the wave out, and then they play top. Look. They show top, and I could try to TP and do something crazy up there now. But I'm just rather sitting here and force another glyph. Like, I just forced a glyph, and I go back. And I'm like so happy with that result. I can pressure mid lane. Now I don't see anybody. I want to see Disruptor. Now I see Disruptor, and I go in and look at the tower. It's just melting. Like 1 or 2 more attacks like this. Disruptor even died, so I feel confident to play. We don't have to force it though, so I'm just like drawing it. That's exactly my way of thinking. I get gone on. It took them a lot. I still think I should have seen it coming. I still think I should have... I'm not sure. But this is where I switch. I thought about going a Silkuras even to push faster. And then I switched to BKB and I was like, yeah, we probably still need it. Get a sweet Sunstrike. And we just hit top. Now my thought is, okay, let's finish BKB. and then my timing is like crazy. Like if I get a BKB in a decent time now, and I don't feed, look, this is the strength of Boots of Bearing.
Just what I needed.
They come for you, and I play. And usually the bear just runs you down, but now I'm not slowed, and even if he glimpses me, it doesn't really matter. And like the whole engagement resolves in nothing, and I just kite their spells. It's really comfortable. So we go back mid lane. I'm communicating that I have a BKB in the courier, which is great timing. My Sunstreak is too slow there. Sad. And now we just take mid. We kill the bear first again. And we push. I got the BKB. It's a perfect timing. I don't die for it. Pretty much all of them die. Try to cast some spells. And it's in the mid push again. And then I'm looking for Roche, of course. Like after we get that tower. I want to use this tower. I want to get it. I'm still persistent here. Use the Boots of Bearing even. And then we run Roche. We take the Roche. We clean up top as we should. Just play patient. Play it so. We get a nice initiation here. They use some spells and double meteor. Cleans them up. And I managed to ice wall the bear again, which is crazy good. Nice. And step by step we just run them down. And the positive thing, of course, it's really nice if you have active teammates, but on the other hand, they can only be as active as you allow them to be. And with an item build like this, your timing, your power spike is not that huge. Like it's not at a single point that huge. For example, if you hit BKB and Hex, then it's really strong in the next 2 or 3 minutes once you hit it. But with this item build, your power spike is a little bit bigger every single time. And if you know how to play your limits, then you can consistently push it, I think. Like you can consistently push the limits. And look at this. I have a 26 HP region without even going to Fuss. Then it's like a 40 HP region with Fuss. That's crazy. And let me just finish the game. Sweet. I hope this line of thinking makes sense. Try to play careful on the laning stage. Try to experiment with new things. See what works. See why it works or why it doesn't work. Always helps tremendously. And good luck playing Dota. Have fun.